He's old. Bro, imagine the inaugural speech.
Did you see?
Joe Biden gets elected as the next president once again. And as they're announcing his name, he's like...
He's old.
Truly believe there is like this small little uprising that's happening with the DMV. Very quietly. There's something happening where these artists are having success.
But isn't it annoying? Like, what? Black American. There's a Black American. Why can't I just be American? So that doesn't sound right. African American, that just sounds just off. Negro, that's a hell no.
Bro, stop it. I don't like all you guys who claim they've been watching the WNBA all this time. Stop the cap, yo. Stop it. I'm talking to you. Yeah. The people
and point to yourself too, right?
Yeah, well, I'm the leader of that. All you guys who love Rihanna music, man, this is nothing.
What?
Positively.
Bad Girl Riri dropping an album is nothing?
You know why it's nothing? Because first, I don't believe you, Rihanna.
Yo. We are the Levi's Wise Guys.
Check out the full podcast. Link below.
Yo. We are the Levi's Wise Guys. Your boy, check out my boy
QDZ for Sheezy, a.k.a. the Whittles Peak Bandit from RGM Meezy.
Shout out to the gang. If you're new here, stay a while. And if you've been here before, stay even longer. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. If you have never checked out our show before, I guarantee you're going to like this episode. There might be a couple of them.
Man, what? Like you keep saying Lil Durk. Man, what?
Yeah, now there might be some of them people. You know what I'm saying? We got to recognize the newcomers here and there.
You mean
the
stragglers?
The stragglers.
Which word do you want to use? The stragglers, the bandwagon people, the slackers. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And for all you slackers out there, make sure you hit that subscribe button while you're deciding whether or not you like our show. You know, we really appreciate it. Right. Nonetheless, man, this is episode
160.
What is this? 68? It's 168.
168.
I genuinely forgot, by the way.
I never know.
We want to, again, man, thank everybody, man, for who checked out our last episode, man. We got a jam-packed show for you guys, as always. Q, are you ready to do this or not?
Probably not.
Probably not?
Yeah, I mean, you're
supposed to be professional, man.
I didn't have my bowel movement yet, so it's like, the day, I just feel like the day doesn't start till then.
TMI,
so,
man. TMI.
TMI, okay, my bad.
Calm down.
Tim Hardaway Jr.? THJ?
That ain't what that's not what that stands for. Anyway, let's get to it, man. Tell me about the church announcements and the announcements that you have on this episode.
Church announcements.
Yeah.
Check out ratingsgamemusic.com, a.k.a. the best music site on the globe. You know something that I always do? I F around and not know what was released on a lot of
every
episodes.
time.
I don't know what was released because my memory is terrible. I have a child now. My memory is terrible.
Every time, bro.
He hits me in the head. He headbutts me every once in a while, and I'm losing brain cells.
Wait, should we call Child Protective Services, like, for you?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. I'm just
saying. But I have it up now. We got music reviews or album reviews for NX Worries. Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. Excellent album, by the way. Moneybagg Yo dropped an album called Speak Now. Normani dropped her debut album, Dopamine.
It's about time.
Right?
Dude, it's about time.
You know what's crazy about that album? You remember that song she did with Cardi B that came out in 2021? She added it to it.
Okay.
Do you know she also on Twitter said, she replied to a tweet she had announcing her album's name. And that tweet, the initial tweet was 2018. So she's been working on this album since 2018. So she dropped Dopamine. I thought it was a solid album. And Don Toliver, your boy Don Toliver,
my guy,
delivered on Hard Stone Cycle. Those are the album reviews that came out, and just we'll just do a little couple song reviews here and there. Neo, I thought Neo dropped a pretty good song called.
He still makes
2 Million
music.
Secrets. Yeah, he dropped a pretty good
song
called.
Okay, all right.
2 Million Secrets. Byron Macia.
Okay.
Dropped a song with Lil Baby called Chopper. And the last one I will acknowledge is Pharrell Williams dropped a song called Double Life where he's apparently dissing Drake on it. Check out ratingsgamemusic.com, the best music site on the globe. Actually, you know what? Our platforms are going up too. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit and all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. Ratingsgamemusic.com. Y'all see the logo. You know the name. If you don't, It's in the game like EA.
Okay.
it.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, I'm on my freestyle tip like Common, bro. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest freestyles of all time. On to the other segment. We got Zero Skips, the mother effing playlist. You already know what time it is. That is the playlist where we highlight some of the top indie, emerging, rising artists that we have come across that we've decided to add to our playlist called Zero Skips. As you can imagine, every song on there is very skipless. Now, we get it. We've had debates
Skipless. Is that a word?
Or it's not skippable.
Okay.
Does that make more sense?
I'll take that.
Okay, cool.
I'll take that.
Thanks, Grammar Police.
Yes. Right.
As you can imagine, I'm sure there's some debate here and there with whether the songs are skipped. But guess what? We don't care what y'all think. It's what we think. This is our list of songs that we believe are non-skippable. Is that a word?
It's not a word, but
okay,
keep
all
going.
right, so I'm just saying. If you'd like to tap into the playlist that I'm referring to, check out the link in the description right now of this episode, whether you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, whatever, down below. Y'all know what time it is. All y'all artists out there who trying to get on that playlist, man, hit us up, man. We're going to let you know whether you're deserving or
Man,
not.
what?
Let's go. Right now in stores now. Y'all know what time it is, Spotify. Let's get it. On to the topics. Man, what?
That's one of the worst ad-libs.
Man, on this episode, we're going to be talking about the new conversation that's been going around right now with Tyla, who recently was on the Breakfast Club, and it recently sparked some interesting debate related to race, blackness, and just some of the things that go along with the challenges that people from other countries have and how it trickles into American society. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're also going to be talking about Caitlin Clark and her impact in the WNBA, and also how she got apparently snubbed from the women's U.S. team. We're going to be talking about whether or not there are other people in the WNBA right now who should be getting talked about, or if Caitlin Clark deserves all the praise. We're going to really give our thought. We never talked about this on the podcast. This is, I think, a good time to do that. Also, we're going to be getting into a lot of quick hit topics. There's a ton we have to possibly get at. Joe Biden was over here losing consciousness, it seemed, at a church next to Kamala
Nice
Harris.
little preview, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rubi Rose was on talking about how she was underage. During the Bad and Bougie, you know what I'm saying, music video.
You can't don't give out all what we're going to talk about. You got to surprise the people.
I'm giving them one more.
Okay, no more.
No more. No mas.
No mas.
All right,
you got to surprise the people.
All right, let's get to it. First
right.
topic we got to talk about Tommy Richman, man.
Who? My who?
Hey, listen. You know what's so funny, right? I actually think that's a debate. That's a realistic question.
What?
Who? No, respectfully.
No, real talk.
So recently, Tommy Richman, you guys probably remember, he has a song that's been going viral for probably the last, 3-4 months called $1 Million Baby. Yep. There's been a lot of people who have provided a lot of critique on that song, whether it was fire or not. Recently, Funkmaster Flex said that song is trash.
I saw
that, right?
Rant.
He said it was trash.
Yeah.
Depending on how you think about that song.
Funkmaster Flex is a black racist.
Jeez, yo, why you? What's up with you, man? What's up with you, man?
What?
What?
Just like Kwame Brown, him and Kwame Brown are both black racists.
Okay, all right.
But sorry, not to derail.
God, yo, this guy, man.
The intro. Sorry.
Allegedly. Tommy Richman dropped a new song called Devil Is a Lie. I actually think that song's pretty fire. I think it's pretty fire. This guy's really really been making some noise. He's from the DMV. I recently found out. Yep. Woodbridge in particular. That's right up the road. What's up with the people right up the road from us?
I know.
Dropping
Shaboozy
songs that are actually making impact. So I got a question for you, man, because again, you said who jokingly before. Do you believe Tommy Richman, this run that he seemingly is on, do you think he's the real deal? Or is he just simply like the latest case of somebody who's here today and maybe gone tomorrow? What do you think?
You know what? I mean, I would say I don't necessarily know everything that he does as an artist, but I'm pretty sure he produces, right? Like, because looking at his backstory, it seems like he grew up with a music family. Well, his dad was a musician, and his mom, I don't know what she did, but it seems like he's very involved in the music making process, particularly for himself, right? Mm-hmm. So if he clearly has talent, let's be real. He clearly has talent. He clearly has an ear for music that I think is definitely unique. Like, to be able to make a song like $1 Million Baby, very intricate, very like eccentric sounding, you got to have some type of artistic, like some type of talent.
Yeah.
So I think he has talent. Now, for me, the staying power will come where if he taps into his producer side. Because the two songs have very similar feels. Devil Is a Lie and $1 Million Baby. Both these like retro, funky, and by retro I mean like 2000s. Like the Devil Is a Lie kind of has the Neptunes type vibe to it. So like if he can churn out some of these production, some of these beats for other artists, if he becomes somebody who's like a writer, who's just, because I don't know what the hell he sounds like. I don't know. I'm assuming his voice is hella altered because, you know, when I heard him on interviews, he sounded like a normal dude, normal white guy.
Okay.
But like,
I don't even know if he's white. Is he white?
He looks white.
Asian to me.
He looks
he might be Asian. Might be Asian and white.
You know, he looks like Zach Edey, like 6 foot or 5'10" Zach Edey.
He kind of does.
But
he kind of does actually.
But yeah. So if he can, because I don't think this is cool.
Yeah.
Right now, the type of music that he makes is cool. Right now, that's what I think. It's enjoyable. It's good. But I do think at a certain point, people are going to start emulating it. I have heard artists that submitted their music to me that have emulated his sound. His sound will be emulated. You know, I think this should encourage your boy, who's also from Virginia. God, why am I forgetting his name? I'm drawing a blank in his name. Your boy who's also from Virginia, from the DMV area, the singer with the cornrows, Brent Faiyaz. Thank you.
Boom.
He sounds like Brent Faiyaz. They've even collaborated on a song, so I think this might motivate Brent Faiyaz to kind of like go deep in that, you know, in that world. But you know, to me, like I said, it depends on his if he taps into his production side more.
Okay. All right. I'll say this: emulation is good. Right? Because think about it. If you're starting to become somebody who's getting emulated, that means you're doing something right, I believe. For the most part. You can debate whether or not you like the sound, but it's resonating. If it's resonating, that means you're doing something right. I'm here to say this today. I truly believe there is like this small little uprising that's happening with the DMV. Very quietly. Very quietly. I know we ain't talking about it because it's not traditional hip-hop, right? Tommy Richman's from Northern Virginia. He's from Woodbridge. You got Shaboozy, who's doing country. He's from Northern Virginia. There's something happening where these artists are having success. And again, I don't think it's being talked about because they don't do
more people too.
They're not traditional hip hop with it. So like it's hard to identify with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, with that being said, you know, Tommy Richman reminds me of Gold Link. In terms of like the production, I'm not talking about what Gold Link ultimately started experimenting more with like Afro beats and things like that. No, but like early on Gold Link where he had his rise with Brent Faiyaz, they obviously had Crew. That sound where it's very musical, there's a lot of percussion, there's a lot of instrumentation in the production. Bro, it's unique. It's fresh. It's stuff that we all as music heads love to hear. You know, I feel like if you're somebody who enjoys music as a whole, you're going to enjoy the production at the very least.
At the very least
of what Tommy Richman brings to the table. My question though is his voice. Does he? And that's really where I think I'm a little on the fence about how long he'll have a run. Right. I don't know if again the songs that I've heard. I don't know if I'm sold on his delivery. I don't know if I'm sold on his singing style. It just doesn't really have that appeal that I feel like has longevity to me. But the production alone, to me, yeah. I mean, it's fresh. It reminds me of like Anderson .Paak. It's eclectic. It's super eclectic. You know what I'm saying?
Four Bats. It's like Four Bats when you're hearing, you know, a couple of his songs here and there, like one or two songs, you're like, oh man, this is fresh. This is really tight. But then when you hear a full album of Four Bats sounding like that, it's like, So I don't know how Tommy Richman would drop a full album that would keep the interest of people. That's going to be really hard. But I do want to say this because you bring up a good point. A lot of these people from the DMV, Brent Faiyaz, Gold Link, Tommy Richman, they all have that similar sound.
Yeah.
It's about time for somebody from Virginia to come out and say, this is our sound. Or from the DMV, this is the DMV
I love it.
sound.
Yeah.
This is, they call Jersey Club house or Jersey Club music, right? You got New York drill, Chicago drill.
Yeah.
DMV funk or whatever the hell you want to call it. DMV retroness.
No, it's funky, bro.
It's funky.
Yeah.
Right? Let's coin it. Let's keep it. Let's make it ours.
You notice how there's some similarities. You just called it. That might be what it is. I think that, again, and sorry to kind of close out here. I'm speaking as somebody from the DMV. You know what I'm saying? I get it. All of our people who check this podcast out, they're not necessarily from the DMV, might not necessarily care about the music or the artists from the DMV. But I guarantee you, I personally have talked to enough people that are not from here and also who are from here who have no idea what the sound is of the DC area. I've literally had debates with people.
Oh, for sure.
Where they're like, yo, is it Wale? Is it people who sound like Wale? Is it Fat Trell? What does the DMV sound like? I think that's been a question mark, but it feels like there's a defining sound happening, and Tommy Richman might be the sound of the DMV.
He might.
Now, granted, again, he's kind of taking the formula of Brent Faiyaz. He's taking the formula of Golding. He's taking a lot of those elements. So we kind of got to give a little bit of appreciation to some dudes who came before him, but DMV might have a sound, guys. Is it Tommy Richman?
I mean, we'll see.
I'm curious, man. You guys let us know in the comments. What do you think about Tommy Richman? What do you think about the $1 Million Baby song? What do you think about the new song Devil Is a Lie? Is he the real deal or is he just a TikTok star?
Oh, TikTok? Come on.
No,
Really?
Bro, he's going crazy on TikTok.
Oh, is it?
What?
Well,
he's like he's Billboard #1 TikTok charts every damn week.
Okay.
Yeah, bro, that's a legit question.
All right.
With all due respect.
But he's not making the TikToks. But
okay, fine.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Speaking of holding down, Caitlin Clark. Have you heard of Caitlin Clark before? Is it somebody that's familiar?
I think so, yeah.
Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, she plays basketball?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or is it soccer?
Basketball or soccer.
Okay, yeah.
Or badminton. Caitlin Clark from the Indiana Fever, formerly Iowa Hawkeyes, has been, pretty solid in her first year as in the WNBA. A lot of turnovers. She need to, turn down the turnovers. But I would say pretty solid. But based off her production, is her production matching how much we talk about her in the media? I mean, anything she does, she gets fouled hard. People are talking about Caitlin Clark. Oh, yeah, you got to take it easy. Caitlin Clark, she's the golden child for the WNBA. She gets snubbed from the Olympics. Oh, come on. How can you not put Caitlin Clark? She's the golden child for the WNBA. We got to push the game forward. And then now she does an interview where she doesn't necessarily say things that people want to hear. She's like, oh, you're the golden child of the WNBA. You need to say the right things when you do interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So with all this pressure that Caitlin Clark, this is the first question I want to ask because it's a very simple question.
Okay.
All the pressure that Caitlin Clark is under right now, do you think she's delivering, number one? And then number two, do you think this impact she's having on WNBA, women's sports in general, is a healthy one?
Well, first and foremost, no, she's not delivering.
She's not delivering.
Nah, she's not.
Okay.
She's not. But that's fine. Bro, she's a rookie. You said it. Her turnovers are high. She's likely going to cut those down. She's a smart player, man. Like, I'm not one of them people that's putting this ultra irrational amount of pressure on a rookie just based on hype. Like, at the end of the day, let's all calm down. Like, rookies are going to be rookies. She didn't ask for this hype. So let's calm the brakes. Let's pump the brakes here. Like, nah, I think that she's not delivering though. She could play better, and I actually do think she's a good ambassador. I believe for like this resurgence in women's basketball. Because real talk, one thing I like about her though is she does have, it seems, the wherewithal to understand her impact. She's not, and she doesn't like get power drunk with it. She's not arrogant with it. There's a lot of people who, you give this amount of recognition to early, you might be able to like see an animal, a beast come out. And it seems like she's taking it in really good stride. And I kind of like that about her. Now, with that being said, listen, I got to highlight some people, bro, because I'm one of these new WNBA fans. I'm one of them guys. I ain't gonna listen. You know one thing I hate? I don't like all you guys who claim they've been watching the WNBA all this time. Stop the cap, yo. Stop it. I'm talking to you. Yeah.
And point to yourself too, right?
Yeah, well, I'm the leader of that. I'm the leader of that. I'm one of them people who consistently over the years been like,
but
listen,
you're talking to people that fake like
the fakers,
the
people
like
who've been like, nah, I've been watching it. They act like they know. You don't know. We all learning in real time. Like, it's okay. It's okay, guys. So with that being said, I got to ask you a question because I have something on my mind. You asked me in terms of her impact and whatnot. Do you feel like there's other people who should also be getting talked about as the sort of weight gets put on Caitlin Clark? Are there other people who should be getting some shine too?
Well, for sure. I mean,
and who are they in your opinion?
Somebody who, I watched WNBA quite a bit. I wouldn't say I'm an avid watcher, but I used to play FanDuel all the time. I used to lose on FanDuel all the time. And WNBA is on there. So a lot of times I would bet on a WNBA game and, it makes you watch it and it makes you know who the good teams are. Las Vegas Aces have been a fantastic team. They have a bunch of people on that team. Kelsey Plum, Asia Wilson, who people are saying Asia Wilson is one of the best of all time.
A beast.
Like, they definitely absolutely deserve the credit. They're dominant. They're pretty much a dynasty.
Bro,
of
they're
the
about to
WNBA.
go for a three-peat.
They would be considered the Los Angeles Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. Like, they're on that level of dynasty. So those people deserve it. But, I mean, I will say this, though. I've always said, this is controversial, I've always said that the NBA needs a white star. Like, Luka Doncic is white, but he's like European. So I don't think, white American star. Let me rephrase that by say that. Luka Doncic is European. If the NBA can get like a white star, like a Larry Bird, like, that's just, for marketing, that's just a golden opportunity. It's a golden opportunity. If you can get like a Larry Bird, if you can get like a guy like that. They wanted Gordon Hayward to turn into that, They just have not been able to find that in the NBA, a white American star. The WNBA has a white American star.
Finally.
It's a golden opportunity for marketing. Now, granted, with that comes, racism, ignorance, and things like that. And it's annoying, but it makes people want to watch. And so when you say, does people deserve other WNBA players deserve the attention that Caitlin? They do, absolutely, from a basketball standpoint, but Caitlin Clark from a just cultural, from an American cultural standpoint, like, this is what you need for marketing. And it sucks because there's so many great black players that we just face it. Black players are never going to be looked at as a golden child in sports. The closest thing is Steph Curry to me. This is just a race thing in America. They're never going to look at, like, you're never going to be Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You're never going to be, Peyton Manning, All-American, that's just not going to happen. But you have this Caitlin Clark situation. You got to take advantage of it. It's a golden opportunity.
No, it really
in an unfortunate situation.
Well, unfortunate for who?
Not unfortunate situation, but it's just unfortunate circumstances where it's, these other players aren't getting the credit. But
look, we touching on it, man. Look, the elephant in the room is the racial element. And I'll say this real quick. The elephant in the room is the racial element. As I'm watching Caitlin Clark get all this praise and media attention, and the sport of women's basketball starting to get hyped and talked about and all this stuff, which is great for them because they're getting shine that is beautiful, especially for the ones who are balling. Angel Reese, the Arike Agumbawale, the Asia Wilsons, the list goes. There's some ballers, bro.
Ballers.
So they be balling, dog.
Ballers. Cameron Brink.
No, real talk. You know what this? So I'm watching the WNBA and I'm like, yo, this kind of reminds me of rap. Think about the impact of, again, we not talking about skill here. We talking about racial element here. Think about the impact of Eminem, right? Eminem being a white guy in a black league, predominantly black lane. Naturally, M is going to take up a lot of the market share because we know in America there's more white people than black.
By a lot.
By far.
It's like 60%,
and so
right?
Eminem has become the golden guy, the golden child for a lot of newly acquired hip-hop fans, right? People who probably didn't even know about hip-hop before Eminem, and he's become the guy. And so I say all that to say, you know, I'm not one of them people who chooses to look at the racial element and start calling racism
exactly
unless the person isn't delivering. Now, Eminem delivered. Eminem was the real deal. So it's like, all right, you can acknowledge the racial aspect, but it's like at a certain point you got to be like, no, but he's nice.
That's true.
So earlier when you asked about Caitlin Clark, does her productivity match the hype? The answer right now is no, but she's a rookie. So the challenge is going to be, she's going to have to ball out, bro.
For sure. She's going to.
And the question is, can she? Will she become that?
She seems like the type. Funny thing is, she seems like a Kevin Durant to me, where just wants to talk basketball, just wants to play basketball, don't care to do anything
Kevin Durant's a bit
else.
of an asshole.
Barely brushes his hair, you know, Kevin Durant. He literally says, I don't got time for a haircut. I just want to play basketball. That's what Caitlin Clark strikes me as. Yeah. So, like, when somebody that's wired like that, they're going to be great eventually. Just take, just whenever the chance happens. But what I do want to say is, like, just she's relatable. Like, for so many years, I feel like the WNBA had an unrelatable, problem in their hands. Like, these women are just not relatable to people. You know what I mean? And once again, like, this is not what I care about, but this is what's happening. You want to keep it real?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Go ahead.
This is this is the tricky topic. I'm gonna tell you real quick. Not only people don't want to be having these.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, let me
tell you something. If we're being honest, I like what you said there, but I'll go a step further. I don't know if you were going to touch on this, but like, there's the sexual identity aspect of the WNBA.
100%.
How many
100%.
of the
That's
WNBA players are of
that's
the LGBTQ community? So when you got somebody like Caitlin Clark who's apparently straight,
exactly,
it changes the identity.
Exactly.
Because
at the end of the day,
I like that part you bringing up.
At the end of the day, there's other white WNBA players that are really good. Like, I gave you one, Kelsey Plum. I gave you another one, Diana Taurasi. There's Sue Bird.
True.
But it was like, even they just were not relatable. But like, Caitlin Clark gives off the vibe of like a daughter, like the girl next door type vibe. You know what I mean?
I think Sue Bird was the most relatable before.
She was
in commercials, dog.
But like, she wasn't explosive.
Very marketable.
So the thing is, Caitlin Clark is relatable and explosive. Like, Sue Bird was a passer. You know what I mean, when she was playing. But one thing I want to say, we can change the subject after this. I want to say the WNBA is in one of the hardest places you can be in an industry. You have to toe the line between genuineness, like you want good basketball, you want to provide the best service to your viewers, and having to be marketable. That is just like such a really hard place to be in. This is something that I think musicians, it happens for them all the time. I want to drop some. How many rappers like Jay-Z used to always say, he said in a song, I want to rap like Common Sense, but I sold 2 mil. I ain't been rapping like Common Sense. He's pretty much saying like, yo, I can do the wise, conscious rap, but that's not going to sell records. So I'm going to give you the little party records, but then every once in a while on the album, I'm going to give you the wise. WNBA is in that point where it's like, yeah, you can play ball the right way. And you can, there's Asia Wilson and there's, that's really good women's basketball. But the marketing aspect is what's getting people in the door, which is Caitlin Clark. So it's like they're in a That's a tough position to be in any business.
I like you right. And the last thing I'll say is, and to crystallize that is, that's why there was a big debate when she was left off the U.S. team because people were arguing, okay, the team is stacked, but if y'all are committed to expanding this game or capitalizing off the current opportunity that seemingly exists, you should probably add her on that squad as an ambassador for women's basketball.
Yep. But
I think that makes sense. But at the same time, if the team is stacked and Caitlin Clark don't play, the conversation is going to be, why is Caitlin Clark not playing? And I think that they're trying to avoid that.
And
that's what I believe.
And I thought Gilbert Arenas said it best. He said, yo, even if Caitlin Clark doesn't play, I already got her fans to come in and watch.
True.
You know? So, I mean, it's like I said, it's a position you don't want to be in as a business, but you're here. And, you know, you got to find a way to toe the line, and there's no right answer.
Hey, man.
There's no right answer. Everybody, I've been watching TV lately, and they're arguing, going back and forth. You know, I like the purity of basketball over marketing, and I like marketing over the purity of basketball. There's no right answer to this.
There's not.
There is no right answer.
You know why? Because they all matter.
They all matter.
They all matter. And that's the thing that nobody's acknowledging. People are picking sides, marketing or or true to the sport.
Exactly.
They both matter.
They both matter.
Equally, I would argue.
In marketing right now, I think in this case where, you know, WNBA players are not getting paid a lot, you know, marketing probably matters more.
Hey, man.
Unfortunately.
No, that's a fact. On that note, that's a good I think ending there. What do you guys think? You know, is Caitlin Clark going to live up to the hype? Is the love and the admiration that she's getting right now, is it justified? What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments of this I don't know, Instagram video or YouTube video, whenever you guys see it. Let's move on to the next topic. Tyla. We've talked about Tyla before on the podcast as it relates to
potentially being the next Beyonce.
There you go.
Or Rihanna.
Absolutely. And so she's obviously released new music since that time that we've had that discussion. Well, recently she was on the Breakfast Club talking to Charlamagne and friends, DJ Envy and
Charlamagne.
They're his friends, right?
Yeah, that's true. Probably.
And she had a very awkward moment, man. And I'm sure you guys probably seen it, but if you guys did not, the topic of whether being considered colored in South Africa versus black, you know, what does that mean essentially? And Charlamagne was asking her, and she literally stared at that man with a blank face, turned right back around to her manager or label person, and you could hear the label person in the back say, yeah, we're not going to answer that. Can we move on to the next topic? And Tyla looked back at Charlamagne and didn't say a word, and Charlamagne started laughing like, oh yeah, we got him. We're going to keep that in the interview. And shortly after that interview aired, Tyla came on Twitter, aka X, and issued a long letter to her fans, basically explaining why she has no problem being considered colored, because in South Africa, it's not as derogatory as it may seem, and this, that, and the third. But she did say, I consider myself black, but I also consider myself colored. Now, I got a question for you.
Here we go.
We've had the discussion about blackness and or defining blackness and all that other stuff on the pod. Man, we've been talking about a lot of stuff on the pod.
Sure.
Man, if you guys ain't tapped in, y'all make
stuff.
sure to really tap in. We've been having some very broad discussions, which I think are good. But for you, colored. Do you consider that derogatory? In 2024? What should somebody still be considering themselves colored?
Colored.
Yikes. What are your thoughts on that awkward moment just in general?
You know what's funny? And you probably agree with this. I don't know a term to call a black person that doesn't feel like, ugh. You know, particularly when somebody that's not black calls you that. Like, think about it. Like, if somebody calls you African American. Hey, yeah, I was talking to an African American man the other day. I was talking to a black person the other day.
No, see, black person's not. You just can't say blacks. Yo, a white person. Yo,
no, I've heard people.
Hey, all you white people out there, y'all gotta stop saying blacks.
I've heard people, you know,
Stop.
black, and then you say
it don't work.
You say like, it's annoying. I hate to deviate a little bit, but isn't it annoying? Like, what, black American? There's a black American. Why can't I just be American? So that doesn't sound right. African American, that just sounds just off. Negro, that's a hell no.
Bro, stop it.
And then there's colored person, where it's like that's what they back in the day they used to call people, black people, colored all the time.
On the weigh-ins intro,
We're colored.
they jokingly say we're colored, we're happy, and we're singing, and we're colored.
It just sounds goofy to me. Like, I don't even have any type of like super wise comeback. It just sounds goofy to call somebody colored in 2024. But the thing, going back to the Tyla interview, for me, the thing is, race in these other countries, it gets really sticky out there. When you talk about race and colorism in a lot of these other countries, it gets sticky. And, I believe South Africa is one of those places that, like, colorism is actually a really, really difficult topic for people. Like, to the point where it's
racism.
Racism. South Africa is one of the most captivating places when you think about it. White people in Africa, that alone is just crazy to me. Like, it's what I mean?
Bro.
So, when you talk about the colorism in South Africa, like, how weird is it when you hear a white person say, yeah, I'm African.
Bro,
no, you ain't no damn African.
It's crazy.
But it's true. They're African. So, I just think, in that situation, did Tyla do the right thing? Probably didn't look right. But I just personally don't know the politics and the situation around how they view, black people there as much as here.
Hey, look, man. Look, this is not the we're not gonna do the racial Olympics. So that's not what this is about. We're not doing no competition of who's more racist. But I'm just here to say that South Africa and the apartheid history that they have gone through, what Nelson Mandela fought to abolish, which he ultimately was very successful. They threw him in jail though, which y'all need to look that up as well. So South Africa has a very long history of some really, really bad stuff towards black people. And so, yeah, I just think the topic of blackness, the term colored, bro, that joint is really delicate, especially when you start talking about people from South Africa, because Tyla, she basically highlighted how she has a lot of mixed ethnicities in her, right?
Yeah.
It's
like her dad
she said
looks
like Irish, she said like
I was gonna say
a bunch of different
her dad
things.
looks South Asian.
Okay, I didn't even know
what
that.
I mean? Or
So I just think they got a whole nother thing going on there that we as Americans might not necessarily quite understand, but it is kind of similar to the racial element here. As a whole, though, I just feel like she should have been able to answer that. That was an opportunity, I believe, to address something really delicate, but really just show that the convo is something that is worth talking about. Now, granted, she's early in her career, media training. She might, be able to do that in the future. But I just feel like that was a bit of a missed opportunity, in my opinion.
Well, to defend her a little bit is, Charlamagne be blindsiding folks. Like, when you get on these interviews, he be blindsiding folks. That's true.
Apparently, they gave him a list of questions not to ask. And
yeah,
that was
really?
He asked
and that
anyway.
wasn't. He still asked it. He be blindsiding folks, and it's almost like kind of like circling back to this Caitlin Clark topic. It's like when she did the interview and people didn't agree with what she said. It's like, do y'all expect these people to be Martin Luther King? Like, there's a reason Martin Luther King was special. There was a reason why Malcolm X was special. Is because they knew how to, address how they felt. They were willing to address, how they felt. They were intimate with what the things that they were saying. We can't expect every single, just because she's an artist, that she's supposed to know how to talk about this in a way that, is productive.
Fair enough.
She's 21, 22. Like, of course she's going to learn. I expect you to learn, but not everybody should be asked such a loaded question. That's a loaded question. When you talk about black people, when we talking about race, us in the black community, we expect people to always say something
profound.
You know what I mean? And I'm always ready to, and I'm always down to.
Yeah.
But we can't demonize, especially somebody who's not American, you know, and that's going on an American platform to feel the same exact way as a black person in America. We got to give people more leeway, more like, everybody ain't Martin Luther King, you know what I mean? That's what made them special.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? You don't even got to be Martin Luther King. I mean, but you know what I mean? Like, we got to give some of these people leeway.
Man, look, come on. I hate how the bar is Martin Luther King. Why do we have to? Okay. Why do we have to compare someone to
Kyrie,
one of the
everybody's
greatest
not Kyrie.
civil rights?
How about that?
Come on, man.
Everybody's not Kyrie, who's very like
okay. I like that more.
Very like careful with his words.
Okay.
Very understanding of who he is.
Sure.
Which is a beautiful. I want to reiterate, this is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But come on.
Well, look to close. That's why I was very careful with my words. I didn't say it was a problem. I just said it was a missed opportunity.
No. Yes.
It was a missed opportunity to kind of address something that is a very important topic that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to her testimony on that platform. But that's it. That's all. I'll stop there.
Fair. No, fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
What do you guys think, though? Was it distasteful? What are your thoughts on just new artists not being able to, like, answer tough questions?
That's a tough.
Is that
bro?
I
that
get
is
it.
a loaded question.
But it's
how
her,
do you feel about?
But it's her
it is
lived experience. To play devil's advocate, the other side, it's her lived experiences.
It is.
She's speaking from experience as a quote unquote colored person from South Africa.
But
she should be able to speak to that, right? Let's not baby people.
But when you're talking about
at the same time,
but you're also because what if she gives an answer that's like, I didn't see that? You're gonna.
But that's what
negative.
But that's what the label people are
They're
trying to
be like.
They're trying to guard her from that.
Maybe she didn't grow up feeling that way.
Hey, bro.
Because she had different cultures apart. Like, you know, I get
it.
It's almost like, you know, people killed Lil Wayne when Lil Wayne said, "Yo, I never thought, you know, I never saw racism," or something like he said.
Because he said a
which
white
is
cop
crazy,
saved his life.
Because a white cop saved his life, right?
Yeah.
Which is a crazy statement to
It's
say.
unreal.
Oh, yo, dude, you should pay attention. But it's like, if he's literally saying, I haven't seen it, I mean, does that mean something? I personally am like, yo, you had to have seen it.
Okay, look.
But that's his experience.
Let's see.
Does your experience matter?
Once again, I would actually. This is no disrespect to Wayne, because I love Wayne.
Oh, here we go.
I love Wayne, bro. Wayne is my guy.
You doing what Stephen?
Goddamn right. He's an activist. He's a brother from the community. He's one of the greatest rappers of all time. But I'm gonna tell you right now. You know how you was bringing up Martin Luther King, and I say, yo, stop with the bar. Lil Wayne is probably on the opposite side of that spectrum when it comes to having knowledge about or being able to speak anything else in the world. Okay,
geez.
Wayne is literally in his own world, and he said that.
What, you didn't listen to Misunderstood? Dog, he was talking some wise stuff.
He must have been on the shrooms on that when he made that song, bro, because he ain't been speaking that
said,
since.
What is the logic? What is the?
It's only logic.
And last topic. Actually, I wouldn't even call this a topic. I would call it a game.
Ooh.
We're gonna do something new for y'all. We're gonna do something called "Is It Something or Is It Nothing?" So how does this game or topic work? We're gonna throw out a couple like quick hits, and you know, I'm gonna ask you if you think it's something, as in, do you think this is a big deal? Is it any deal, or is it not a big deal? Is it a nothing burger?
I ain't gonna lie.
You get the game?
I get it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very excited.
You very excited?
I'm very
you
excited.
ready to play this game?
Done. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get
Is it something or is it nothing? Rubi Rose. The first one is Rubi Rose on the Joe Budden podcast. Said she doesn't write her raps. She also said she was 16 on the Bad and Bougie Migos video. Is that something or is that nothing?
Okay. Well, first, I'll do these separate, okay?
Okay.
First and foremost, to take the quote from, forget the guy's last name, but Dennis, whatever, he coached the Cardinals, hilarious meme from back in the day.
Dennis Green, there we go.
The Rubi Rose is who I thought she was. she's exactly who I thought she was.
That's perfect.
She's exactly who I thought she was.
You didn't think she wrote her raps?
Of course not.
Yes, she's good. I actually heard a song by her the other day.
I never thought she wrote a rap.
She's good. She raps good.
So that part is nothing.
Okay, nothing.
The part about her possibly being under 18 at the Bad and Bougie video, which by the way, she later came out and clarified she was 18 on Twitter. I don't know if that was a lie or
She's
she
done
was
that
covering.
multiple times, by the way.
I don't know if she was covering, but that might be a little something, Burger. Because even if you notice when she was on Joe Budden, Melissa Ford asked her. She was like, "Wait a second. So how old were you?" And that's when she was like, "I was 16." And then Joe Budden was trying to stop her. He was like, "Yo, chill. Hey, this is not the time. Like, chill the fuck out." Like, because now people will start asking questions.
Well,
By the way, Rubi Rose is also the same person who's also had a lot of speculation about how old she was when she was dating Travis Scott, when she was dating Playboy Cardi. Those clips are floating around on TikTok, YouTube. Y'all can find them. She was underage. There's might be something with that. That's where I'll stop. What about you? What do you think?
First, her writing the raps, I agree. That's nothing. I mean, I didn't expect that either. And then the age thing. You know what's funny? You can just easily Google when did Bad and Bougie come out, and then Google her age.
Yeah.
Is her age like debatable? Because if her age is a fact online, you can Google the age. You can Google when Bad and Bougie video came out.
True.
Okay. But I would say it would have been a nothing burger if Kendrick Lamar didn't bring up the whole Drake. It's hot right now. Like the whole minor, like, it's hot right now. So this makes it a super duper something burger.
Okay.
But was something bad happening on the Bad and Bougie? I mean, I know they were hanging on top of light poles on the video and riding on cars. Like, was something sexual happen in that video? I don't know.
Bro.
Was she stripping?
That
can't
ain't
remember.
even the point. The point ain't even that. The point is, my dude,
Why
are people around potentially a 16, 17-year-old
Okay,
in a
that's
music
true.
video?
That's true.
What are you
That's true.
talking about?
That's true. That's true.
You don't be part of the problem, my
I mean,
G.
Justin Bieber has videos of kids on there. You know what I mean? So you're assuming like this is a demonic video or something like that. But something.
She said she was 18. All right, guys. I don't know.
She's 18.
All right.
Next one is Chris Brown got stuck midair at one of his concerts.
Oh, Chris Brown.
He chewed the security or whoever put that left him stuck in the air for a while.
Yeah.
He chewed him out. Is this something or nothing?
It's nothing. It's nothing. Yeah. I mean, listen, it's unfortunate. Can you imagine being at that show and they had technical difficulties like that? I would be pissed as a fan, right? Like somebody in the crowd.
Hey, get him down,
bro. I paid $400. I paid $400 to watch Chris Brown at the show, and they had a delay for about 40 minutes while they rescued that man.
You gonna hear people like Meek Mill at the wrestling. Get up! Get out! Get down!
Rock it! So I would say it's nothing because this isn't like a regular thing. You know, it's just, things happen. All right? It's just life.
I'm sure.
You know
I'm sure some type of this is absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
I think
come on.
this once again. I think this would have been a something burger if we were still on Chris Brown having this temper, because this is just another episode of him having a temper. But I think we got to move past. At this age that Chris Brown is now, man. Old people have temper. I got a temper.
I was about to say
you know what I'm saying? I got a temper.
Yo, people are allowed to be
angry.
pissed. Why can't you be
At
mad?
30s, I'm angry, and I'm going to visibly show anger.
Hey, bro, I'm a millionaire. I done paid millions of dollars for this set to go properly, and I'm stuck in the air of my show, sold out show, with 20,000 people chilling. I'm pissed.
All he did was ask for the manager, yell at the manager. How many times you yelled at the manager? Hey, man, hey. They didn't put enough chicken on my Chipotle bowl. Like it's nothing.
I never did that. Okay, not for Chipotle.
Next quick hit.
Yes.
Shaboozy goes platinum with his song called what is it called again?
A bar song.
A bar song.
My baby
Tipsy.
want a Birkin. She been telling me all
something?
night long. Yo, this is
absolutely
something.
Ooh,
it's absolutely something.
Mm.
Yo, you gotta think about it. To sell, first off, for a song to go platinum in general is a big deal. Okay, we're not gonna trivialize going platinum. Okay, I get it. We're in a streaming era. It's different than how they go about it. But still, for a new artist, relatively new artist who came out of the blue, drop a song to be black in country, hit song. The song only been out for a couple months. This is a big deal. This is a big deal.
Big deal.
I think he sold about 50K first week as well with his new album that he dropped. I think this is something. I'm gonna be paying attention to Shaboozy, man, because he got my attention with that song and the album that he just dropped, man. What do you think?
Nothing. This is nothing. This is nothing. I think
somebody going platinum is nothing.
Very good song. Very good song. But I got to see it through an extended time. You know how like you see an NBA player, they win a couple regular season games, they win a playoff series. This is equivalent to him winning a playoff series like the OKC Thunder.
Wait,
but I need to see them get to the finals.
So basically, what you're saying is Shaboozy is the Boston Celtics.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it.
Well, no, not yet. The Boston Celtics 3 years ago. But yeah, it's nothing. Right. But I think it's the start of great things for this guy.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. I mean, you know how many people go platinum? Lil Yachty got mad platinum records. A lot of people go platinum.
Lil Yachty's good though.
He sometimes. I wouldn't get good.
See.
But,
let's not deviate. Okay, all right.
Next one, Common and Pete Rock have an album coming out. Wow, Pete Rock. Pete Rock has a really good hairline, but
what?
at probably 60 years old, I saw a video.
How you know it's organic though?
I don't know if it's organic. He's always had a nice looking hairline.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, we in a different era right now. You know, people got GMO hairlines,
very
right?
true. Very true. Yeah, very true.
They go on to turkey for it.
Very true. Yeah, I think so. Common and Pete Rock album. Wow, is this something or nothing?
You know what, man? I would say this is so disrespectful, but this is nothing.
Oh, God.
You know why this is nothing? No disrespect to these guys, but it's nothing because, the album, whatever they're going to produce and come up with, it's kind of predictable in a sense. Like, I kind of already know what I'm going to hear. Like it's going to be very retro beats, DJ Premier type style, Common doing what he normally does. I'm going to check for it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying I don't think it's going to really make no noise. I just feel like it's a dope collab. Mm-hmm. But it's just it's a bit of a nothing burger. I'm leaning a bit on the nothing burger side. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I think it's something.
What do you think? Something?
I think it's something. You know why? Because when you talk about top rappers of all time, Common's name gets left out a lot. For me, I would be okay if somebody said Common was in the top 15 of all time. And one of the biggest things that I don't think Common has done in the last couple of years is he hasn't dropped a song where he's just kicking ass. This might be an opportunity for him to drop a kick-ass, I'm like one of the best rappers of all time type of albums, and it can elevate him to a higher on that list of all-time rappers. So I think this is definitely something. This is definitely something.
We'll see.
You always talk about the Nas King Disease era,
special.
Really, elevating Nas. This might elevate Common.
But see, we'll see. We'll see. I'm checking for it. I mean,
so then it's something.
And he went crazy on that freestyle.
Oh, 4 3 2 1. Oh man.
Oh my. Yo, I said on Twitter that man left Earth, bro. He went crazy, and Common is so reserved when he's killing shit. Yes. Bro, how you killing shit on the mic and you just he wasn't getting hype. He was
saying some godly.
It's unreal.
Godly things on that.
But I think it's nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Respectfully.
Young Thug's lawyer gets jail time. Something burger or a nothing burger?
This is absolutely something. Absolutely
20 days,
something. Which, by the way, that judge is out of control. What's his name? His name is like Judge Glanville, the black dude. Yeah. Bro, he's out of control. Now, granted, I do think there was a decent point he had to say, "Yo, how did you know about this secret conversation that I had with the DA and the star witness?" Yeah. But to give the lead lawyer for the guy who's on trial 20 days in jail, which, by the way, he bonded out of that. I don't know if y'all know that. Mm-hmm. He bonded out, so he's not going to serve jail time. Do you know that 25 lawyers pulled up to the courthouse on behalf of that Brian Steele to basically tell that judge, yo, you're tripping, bro. What are you doing? This is something. This could be eventually grounds for a mistrial in this trial. Ooh. We shall see, but I do think it's something.
I think, him going to jail is nothing. I mean, obviously him being sentenced to jail is nothing because obviously you say he bailed out. He's not going to do no jail time, so that's nothing. But I do want to make this point. I feel bad for Young Thug. Young Thug's spirit has been high throughout this time, but there's a lot of nonsense going on in his trial. He's fighting for his life, and every week I see some new nonsense that's happening in the trial. The new one is somebody farted or something. And the dude said, get out of here, man. He literally on the stand was like, man, what the hell? Like, what's that smell?
Oh, I saw that.
You saw that?
I did see that.
Right?
Yeah.
Something
the Lil Woody
new,
dude. Lil Woody
new
said that,
every single time. So I feel bad for him, man. He's keeping his head high and like, hopefully this thing works out for him, man.
Hey, man, real quick, when you said Young Thug's fighting for his life, you know the first thing I thought of? R. Kelly when he had that outburst with Gail.
Oh, what did he say that?
Man, I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah.
Was it Gail?
It was Gail.
It was Gail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a monumental interview.
Absolutely.
Rihanna's finally dropping her new album. Something or nothing?
Look, Rihanna Navy, all you guys who love Rihanna music, man, this is nothing. This is absolutely
what?
Positively.
Bad Girl Riri dropping an album is nothing?
This is nothing. You know why it's nothing? Because first of all, I don't believe you, Rihanna. You are a billionaire. Respect to you, man. I wish I was at your level, making hell of impact and money off of your clothing and your style. I don't even believe she wants to make music at this point. Even in that Entertainment Tonight interview that she did, where she did allude to making new music, possible new she didn't even sound believable. Bro, this is nothing. 100% nothing.
Nothing for various reasons.
Yeah.
This is absolutely something. I mean, Rihanna, when she was dropping music, was up there as was the most popular artist in the world. When she was hot, oh man, Rihanna was up there. So if she drops, she can guarantee, she's going to get some great streaming numbers. But, it's funny. As we're talking about this topic, Drake's disses towards A$AP Rocky just kept running through my head. Rakim talking again,
Gas because you hit my being first, do the math who I was hitting in.
Because you're fit again, but damn. But yeah, I think this is absolutely something. Spotify increased prices. Something or nothing.
You know what? I'm going to go with nothing again. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
This is absolutely nothing for multiple reasons. Number one, and probably the most important reason, inflation. Number one, I get it. We're in a recession.
I can't stand when people use that word, dude.
It's the truth, though.
I can't stand
It's the truth.
People just throw inflation for everything.
No, but it's the truth. Like a business goes through, first off, economy, inflation, that's a real thing. Also, businesses are trying to make more money.
Yes.
What the hell do you think prices are going to stay the same for the entirety of a service that you have? The answer is no. At a certain point, a business is going to raise prices. Netflix has done it. I didn't cancel my Netflix subscription. Hulu's been doing it. Everybody does it. Why is this a big deal? They only did it a couple dollars.
You know why it's a big deal?
Yo, stop being brokies out there.
You know why
right?
it's a big deal?
God.
This is absolutely something. You know why? Because people are realizing Apple Music is better than Spotify. I told you this.
Who the hell are people?
A lot of people are saying
Man,
that.
stop the
Apple
cap.
Music is absolutely better than Spotify, and now it's cheaper. It's cheaper than Spotify.
Yeah, cheap things
It's
suck.
better. Cheap things suck. Apple Music
Yeah,
is better.
yeah.
And if you're Spotify, you need to pay attention to your competitors. But at this point, the only competitor is Apple Music. Like we talked
They're
about.
not even
Tidal.
a real
They're not
competitor.
in Tidal is not a competitor. This is something.
I think it's
Let
nothing. I think
people
it's
come
nothing,
over
bro.
to the Apple side.
Nah,
Apple,
man.
You know what Apple's done? You know what Apple's done recently?
What's up?
Apple now, if you play the music, the lyrics flow with when the person is talking. Oh my God, it's amazing. Like as the person is singing and rapping, the lyrics are going down like
brother. Spotify's been doing
Shut
that,
up.
sir.
It's for every
What's up
song.
with you, bro?
It's for every song.
I just told you. Spotify has been doing that, sir. What's wrong with you?
Slapped you. And Joe Biden. I guess he froze up at a Juneteenth celebration recently.
Hey, yo.
Is this something or nothing?
Hey, look. Hey, yo. Hey, this is something. All right? Let me tell you why this is something. Listen, I ain't done edibles in a while, but I want to know what he was on. I want to know what that man was on.
Looked like mushrooms.
Bro, he looked like he was on that good.
That looked like mushrooms.
Yo, where can I get some of that?
Yeah.
Yo, Joe Biden looked high. He looked just not there. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm having a little fun with this because I genuinely would love to know what he was on. Because I want to
He was
inquire.
on old.
He
was smoking on that old pack.
Smoking on that old. He was
That's
smoking,
what it was.
He was smoking
He
on
was
that
smoking
senior
on that old.
citizen.
Look, it's
Yeah,
nothing. Yeah,
but
just-
no, but it's something though. It's something. I'm gonna tell you why it's something.
Okay.
I'm joking. It's something though, and I'll tell you why. From an election standpoint,
Here we go. Yeah, I know.
this is more evidence to drive home this narrative that people have arguably, rightfully formed about Joe Biden to say, look at this guy. This is our president. He's not fit to run the country. This is something for that reason.
It's nothing.
What are you going to say?
It's nothing. He's old. Duh.
Man, stop it.
He's old. If he can win this election, he's not going to be the one making all the decisions.
Bro, imagine.
Right?
Yo, stop it. Imagine Joe Biden. I'm not even going to let you get this off. I'm sick of this. Imagine,
old.
Bro, imagine the inaugural speech.
Did you see?
Joe Biden gets elected
course.
as the next president once again. And as they're announcing his name, he's like,
He's old. He's old.
what?
But do you
Stop
remember
it.
once upon a time there was a guy named Joe Paterno on the Penn State? You remember that?
Yeah, of course.
Penn State, they were always winning.
Yeah.
But do you remember like his last couple of years coaching? Did you see?
He was comatose.
He
Yeah.
They were winning games. So, he's old,
They're also doing some very illegal activity as an organization.
Sleepy Joe. That's very true. That's very true. Sleepy Joe. So, yeah, I mean, nothing. I wanted to add one more.
Go ahead.
Something or nothing.
Talk to me.
LL Cool J
What do you do?
dropped a new song with Rick Ross and Fat Joe. I think it's his first release since 2016.
I didn't hear it.
Is this something or nothing?
Well, look, I've made the argument to you over the years. You killed me at first, but I think you've started to come around to it where I said, yo, I think there's a space for the old and the new in hip hop. You killed me initially.
I still don't believe that.
You
that's fine.
clearly do because we've seen mad old people come back in the game and start making good music. If LL Cool J, who has been a hit maker his whole career, can pull off a good song, I think I might be checking for it. I don't know.
Do you want to be checking for an LL
LL's
Cool
always
J album?
made good music,
You
bro.
want to be checking for an LL Cool J album? You know what I said? You know what I said?
LL got bops, bro.
You know what I said? By the way, this is nothing.
Yeah.
But you know what
Yeah,
I
probably.
said when I reviewed the song?
What's up?
LL Cool J's name doesn't even sound right in 2024. No artist should be walking around with a name called LL Cool J in 2024. It doesn't even sound right. But the song was good. It was actually, he put up a very good verse. And, he held his own. So, but at the end of the day, come on. I mean, where's his favorite? Like,
Hey, yo, imagine if there was a new artist that came out right now. The new hit song from Grandmaster Q.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that.
You'll be like, wait a second.
That name structure is just outdated now. LL Cool J. But yeah,
But that was unique, though. It's still unique.
It-
Nobody really copied
it's
that.
unique, but it sounds old.
Fair. I'll
But
give you that.
all right,
We said the song's good.
it's good.
Okay, cool.
Check it out. It's good. I'll play. Actually, I'm gonna play it after this. But
Sounds good.
yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah,
the
it is,
topic.
it is.
Something or nothing.
Hopefully you guys liked it. You guys give us some feedback in the comments. We're going to put these up on social. Man, tap into the squad, the Wise Gang. If you made it this far, you're a part of that.
Yes, sir.
And none of us are getting indicted.
Yes,
Because this
sir.
is one of the
I
only
actually may
games
never know.
where we do not do criminal activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should bet on this, man.
Huh?
Can we put this on FanDuel? How can we work with FanDuel to get like bets on this?
What are you talking about?
Something or nothing, like just bet, like some way make money out of this.
I like that.
That'd be tight. I like money.
Yeah, I like that. So do I. Legal money, though. If you guys made it this far, man, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you already did. We've reached the end of the episode. It's time to get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day whenever you check this out. And as always, if you're giving advice, just make sure that thing is ill.